If you go to prison, you'll lose your job. And that'll mean we'll lose the house.
I know. I feel sick.
You'll have to see the solicitor.
What can he do? I'm jailed.
That probation fellow said if there was more evidence, we could appeal.
I'll be out before they can get round to that. Jesus. I'm on early tomorrow. It's going to be the bullet straight off.
You should have spoken up. You should.
It was you that wanted me to keep Tracy out of it in the first place.
I know, but it's different when you're in the course.
I couldn't have done any worse than you.
I couldn't help us. It was that magistrate, what he said.
Yeah. I know. It's going to be in all the papers, though, isn't it?
It won't, will it?
After all that shouting.
If he asks you, the solicitor, will you tell him?
About our Tracy and Montague.
I'm Paul McGinn, duty solicitor. Been asked to have a word, see what I can do to help. Right, let's get on with it, shall we?
Do you think you can get him out? Get it all changed?
Well, I've done it before. Who knows? Might be able to do it again, eh?
Afternoon. Now, I know you didn't want company, but the office was quiet, and I'll go if you want me to.
It's all right. I'm glad to see you. Come in.
Is everyone who lives around here depressed today?
What?
You and the old boy. Old Sagajops from the bungalow. Said good afternoon, you didn't even murmur.
Perhaps he's had a bad morning as well.
Don't tell me. Tench? I guessed as much when I phoned.
Do you know what he did? God, he really makes me sick. Do you know what he's done?
Hold on. Now I'm sitting comfortably, you can begin. Now, once upon a time, there was a nice accountant and a nasty accountant. One day, the nasty accountant... Heather.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean...
It's all right. It's all right. Hey, did you post it first class?
You know I did. Stop breathing down my neck.
Hey, just think. First thing in the morning, she'd be reading it. What are you going to say when she phones?
I can't be sitting around waiting for phone calls.
But you did write to her.
Yeah, well, I wish I hadn't.
You what? Are you all right?
Of course I am. Just because I'm taking a pill.
Well, why'd you change your mind? Half an hour ago, you were full of it. Madge this, Madge that.
I've committed myself now.
You've only written a letter.
Yeah, well, I think I'll write another one and tell her I've changed my mind.
Harry, you can't do that. She'd feel insulted. You've at least got to meet her.
Look, if I meet her, I wouldn't feel right after Edna.
But she is a widow herself, Harry.
You know how long we were together. She hasn't been dead 9 months.
Oh, I'm sure Edna'd understand.
I'd feel disloyal.
Of course you wouldn't.
And what would people think then?
They'd probably wish you all the best.
Yeah. I just wouldn't feel right. I'm going to write to this Mrs. Richmond. Tell her I've changed my mind.
No, Harry, no. She's obviously very lonely, and she sounds like a very nice lady. You've got to treat her with respect.
I've gone too far.
All those years with Edna, you're just nervous about meeting someone new. That's what it is, isn't it?
We're going to appeal, Mr. Corker. You've admitted the offence, pleaded guilty, so all we can do is appeal against the sentence. Now, the only way you can do that is by notifying the court that there is new evidence.
I don't want to say anything.
You have to tell him.
I don't want to say any more.
Now, look, I know I wasn't in court for your case, but the usher has told me what your wife here shouted.
She was shocked, that's all. She didn't know what she was saying.
Please, Billy.
Your wife's had a terrible shock, Mr. Corkill. And think of your family. Now, look, if there is new evidence...
Look, I've never been had up in court in my life. Other fellas get fined. My own brother's been fined for belting someone. Why should I go to jail for a first offence?
Assault is a serious offence. The courts take a very hard line these days.
Christ, I hardly touched him. I was pulled off.
Look, you said that your brother was prosecuted for assault.
Yeah.
Now, why did he do it?
What's that got to do with anything?
Why?
Some lad said something about his girlfriend, I don't know.
So your brother hit him?
Yeah. And he got fined 20 quid. And it wasn't that long ago, and he's done prison and all.
But did he tell the court why he did it?
Of course he did.
It's called mitigation, Mr. Corkill. Mitigating evidence on the grounds of provocation. That would be the basis for any appeal.
This is all talk.
Look, I don't know the evidence. I don't know the mitigating circumstances, but I do have an imagination. Now, what your wife said, if my information is correct, sounds like it could be quite enough to lodge a successful appeal.
Just take the advice, Billy. He knows the right thing to do.
We haven't got a lot of time, you know. The bench is due to rise by 2 o'clock.
I can't go back up there and go through all that again.
Do you want to go to prison? If you don't make a decision quickly, then you'll be on the way to Walton by 5 o'clock.
Jesus, Billy.
And if I don't act quickly, I won't be able to lodge an appeal and go for bail until, say, well, tomorrow afternoon, perhaps?
I don't want to say anything.
Do you think you deserve this sentence?
No.
Listen to him, Bill.
Mr. Corkill, look, if it makes it any easier, I could lodge the appeal without giving any details. It could be several weeks before the appeal is heard. You'd have time to think things over. Now, look, it really is getting rather late.
Billy, I don't want you in there. I couldn't stand it.
All right.
Good. It's the right thing to do, Mr. Corkill.
Seems ridiculous letting him get at me like that.
Do you feel a bit better now?
Yeah. It does help having someone to talk to.
Can't beat a good cry, eh?
I just hope it doesn't become a habit.
Not over him, anyway. Do you feel better?
Yeah. I was still so angry.
Teeth clenching, stomach churning, wish you could kill him.
Exactly.
I think what you'll feel like after 3 weeks in Aberdeen.
What?
If you feel like that after one morning. Accountant lassie slays male chauvinist pig. Or fish. Tench. Very slimy. And they lie in the mud.
What would we do with you and Walton, eh?
Don't build up any hopes.
I wish we'd seen him before. You know.
I hope our Tracy's all right.
Never mind her. Think about yourself.
Running off like that. Should have told our Jimmy to go and get her.
She got us into this mess. Don't forget that. Look, if she's old enough to get us into this, she's
Don't start.
Right, we must be quick. We're in 5 minutes.
Is it going to be okay?
I hope so, Mrs. Corkill. Certainly hope so.
Harry? I thought you said you were digging the flower beds.
Well, I'm not.
What are you doing?
What does it look as though I'm doing?
It looks like you're not yourself, that's what.
I'm waiting for the post office van.
You are? It won't work, you know. It's against the rules. They won't give it you back.
My letter?
Once it's in there, it belongs to the Royal Mail.
I know the fella on the van.
Look, it's done now, and we've been through all this before. Why don't you just wait and see what happens?
Come on.
Come on. What if she's an old bag? I might hate her when I see her. But when you've been married to a woman like Edna, it's hard to find someone to compare.
Free, eh? Hey, you could have been in the paddy wagon by now. Cocoa and sardine butties for tea, eh?
Shut it, Jimmy.
I can't thank you enough, Mr. McGinn.
There's still a lot to be done. We'll have to talk, Mr. Corkill. You are sure you understand the terms of bail? Under no circumstances must you approach Mr. Montague, or even go near the school.
Yeah.
You won't.
All right, I'll be in touch. Mr. Corkill.
Christ, what a relief, eh?
Go away. Couldn't have gone any worse.
What's up with him?
Hey, now Tracy ran out crying. Where's she gone?
It's not often I buy a girl lunch. I don't have to make myself scarce while she rattles away with an army of other blokes.
Well, I didn't know we'd meet Richard. And anyway, you should have stayed.
Boring.
That was just a bit of business.
Not personal. Did you make him any offers he couldn't refuse?
And what does that mean?
Well, you did want the Paulie Yates interview, didn't you?
Way, not that desperately.
You should have threatened to resign. Put pressure on him.
Joking, aren't you? Take me long enough to get this far. Anyway, he was very apologetic and said he'd put me up for an interview as soon as possible.
I'd watch that if I were you. You'll probably end up with someone like the director of the Northwest Forestry Monitoring Executive. Real show business.
You wait and see. I'll get the interview with her, because it doesn't have to be for the university paper, does it?
Delusions of grandeur, eh?
Well, anyway, he's put me on a special assignment.
Sure it's not a consolation prize for this morning?
Well, yeah, sort of, I suppose. There's something I've always fancied doing. Might even need your help.
Oh, what is it?
Special assignment.
Come on, what?
Tell you what, you make me a cup of coffee and I might tell you.
It's not my suggestion this morning, is it?
No, it isn't.
I see you got the other print.
Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
I wondered if you'd go back to the cooperative again. Was it official?
No.
Curiosity.
I liked the idea of the other print, but, yes, I suppose it was curiosity.
They certainly turn out some good stuff.
I saw Barbara.
Oh. Did you talk?
Yes, we did, actually. She mentioned the children. That's how I knew for sure. I liked her.
I think it's time I told you. After all, you tell me everything. When I said my wife left me for someone else, it wasn't a bloke, it was a woman.
Ginny.
Aren't you clever?
She was there.
You're not shocked?
No, why should I be?
Well, I've had some pretty nasty reactions, even from people I thought I knew. It's not the sort of thing you tell your friends, is it?
Well, I'm glad you told me.
Yes, some way. I had a hell of a shock when you showed me that first print. Still, it's brought it down now, hasn't it? I've told you sooner or later, anyway. My wife left me for a beautiful brunette. Do you think I'm odd?
No.
It's a bit of an unusual situation.
Fascinating, though.
Right. I better be going then.
Thanks, Jimmy.
You're all right, Dole. Sing yourself out. You two get your feet up for an hour, eh?
Thanks for coming.
There wasn't much use, was I? Anyway, I'm glad he's still here. Hey, do you fancy a bit of a night out tonight, Billy? And you and Aldo, we could all go into town.
Nah, I'm on earlies anyway.
Thanks, but another time, eh?
All right. See ya.
Ta-ra, Jimmy. God, I thought I'd lost you.
I wonder if she went back to school.
Oh, never mind, eh?
Perhaps I should go and look.
What? You'd have to walk past the old school, you know what they said. I'll make you something to eat, yeah?
She's not home at the usual time. I'll have to go and look for her.
Is this it then, a special assignment? 2 tickets to see a film?
I don't know, you're moaning about. One of them's for you.
I'm not moaning. What's the film again?
Oh, it's German. It's called Kings of the Road with the Wim Wenders.
Good, I didn't know that one.
Oh, good. Then I won't get any of your preconceived ideas in my review, will I? You're not up to your eyes in essays, are you?
Hey, me?
Yeah, I'm not twisting your arm, am I?
No, I'll go. Make a special effort.
Hey, Duffy has to do this. I start getting tickets regularly.
Don't forget to mention me.
Oh, suddenly interested in student journalism, are we?
As long as the freebies keep floating in.
Well, I don't mind sharing the odd perk with somebody I approve of. Someone who'll shut up about me being too serious over this.
That's interesting. You mean, if I don't mention the paper, I still get the perks?
Hmm.
Oh, you do approve of me. Considering I'm seeing a free film, I mean, you must do.
What is all this?
Well, wouldn't mind sharing another sort of perk with you.
Wouldn't you know?
Well, you wouldn't either. Must be ages till the film starts.
20 minutes.
What?
Come on, pull up till I get start to 6.
We don't have to go just yet, surely.
No, I once thought Joyce was gay.
Really?
She never really mentioned her private life, but she always seemed, well, very concerned for me.
I didn't really meet her properly.
She wasn't, mind you. She's got a new man now. The divorce is going through. What are you doing?
Oh, just a few notes. Work.
Work, work, work. I wish now I'd gone to work for Joyce. She's doing very well.
Tench. What's he like?
Pig, I told you.
No, I mean physically. Is he tall, fat, what?
I don't know. Actually, there's a picture of him in this month's accountancy. Don't let it put you off your food. It's funny, he bought about 12 copies of it, you know. Had to let all his friends know about the promotion. Why are you so interested in him anyway?
Oh, I just wanted to put a face to the name. It helps. I'm not thinking of running off with another bloke or anything.
We'll have to go.
Yeah. Film.
Yeah. Come on.
Our film critics are allowed to hold hands, etc. In the back row. Come on.
Dad, I thought you'd be inside.
It's okay, love. I'm home. It's all right for now.
What do you think your game was? Coming to court like that?
I wanted to. I told you.
And running off like that?
I ran off because of you, Mum. What did you have to say that for?
Why did I say it? Because it's true. Your dad was sent to jail because of him.
Joe.
Where do you think you're going? You don't realise you've got us into this bloody mess in the first place. Your dad was being sent to prison.
Come on.
To prison. Tell her, Billy. Tell her.
Stop it. Have we had enough to carry on about you today? Haven't we?
You don't realise what you've done.
Shouldn't have said it.
Come on. I don't want all this, you hear? You've been better off if I said nothing and gone to jail.
Then we'd lose everything. The house, everything.
Never mind the bloody house. What about her? How's all this going to affect her, eh? Our Tracy, our daughter. It's her name that'll be dragged through the mud forever. Not me, not us.
Billy, I'm just so frightened.
Here. Forget it. It's done now. Come on. We'll be all right. Promise you. Nothing will happen to me.
It's not work, I'm sure of it. Come on, let me see.
Just a minute. Then you can see it. Afterwards, I've got to go. Promised I'd run Ruth to her friends.
Oh, did you? Mind you, I've got to pack and get ready. Early start tomorrow.
Right. Since I won't be seeing you for 3 weeks, I hope that you and your companion in Aberdeen will accept this small leaving present.
What is it?
Ta-da!
I couldn't show him this.
That's what he said, isn't it? Don't forget to bring your best dresses.
If he saw that, I'd get the sack. Oh.
I've got to go.
Oh.
I'm late as it is.
Thanks for coming around, Nicholas.
Oh, that's all right. It helped me, too, explaining about Barb's. And don't let that tent get you upset.
I'll try. But Nasty is his second name.
Are you sure he doesn't fancy you?
Him?
Well, it's just a thought. He said he thinks you're, what was the word? Too attractive. I mean, he must have noticed.
He's too busy applying his tongue to hard Drucker's toe caps to notice anything.
Well, perhaps his attitude to you is a sort of smokescreen. Too proud or whatever to say that he likes what he objects to. An attractive lady around the office.
I don't like your psychology, Mr. Black.
Be warned.
It's nice to know you're concerned.
I am. I've already seen the effect it can have on you.
Well, I'll send you a postcard and see you as soon as I get back.
And if you need anyone to talk to, anytime, you know where to find me.
Thanks. I'd, like to give you a ring anyway, if that's all right.